Hey, what's going on? Just thought I'd share a funny to me anyway, kind of situation I was in my local Walmart yesterday. So, as most of you would know who are seeing this, obviously, I would think, you know that I'm vegan, have been for over 6 years. And so, I've seen a lot of changes, especially being in small town Nova Scotia, a lot of changes in the availability of different products. And when I first went vegan, you might have had the day of shreds at that point in time, but essentially there was like nothing in our stores for vegan food. And now I'm walking down in Walmart yesterday, and it's one of the grocery ones, and there's this family ahead of me. I'm about to grab actually some Violife shredded cheddar and some of their feta block. And there's this family ahead of me, a couple parents, teenage son. Teenage son stops and he's looking at the Violife cheese. He's like, geez, there's so much of this. Like, look at all this vegan stuff. There's more vegan stuff than regular stuff. This is getting ridiculous. And meanwhile, I'm just kind of standing there, still respecting the social distance and all, but like making it obvious that, hey, you're kind of in my way. So if you could hurry up one-way aisles and shit like that. But, I didn't say anything. I wasn't rude. Anyway, they kind of like looked back at me, and he just continued making another little joke. So we made eye contact for a second. I was like, actually, man, if you wouldn't mind just passing me one of those one of those cheddar ones, that'd be great. Yeah, actually, and I'm going to squeeze right by you here and grab one of the feta ones as well. It's actually delicious. I think it's amazing they get all these great things that they taste great, and they don't have to lock up any cows to make it. So it's a win-win. And you just see that moment of like these people who are obviously like, oh shit, here we were just bashing this thing, and this guy who, was behind us was like basically wanting to get us to get the hell out of his way so that we could, so he could get some of this vegan cheese we were just bashing. So I thought it was pretty hilarious. Anyway, it's like, don't plan on holding back. There's no point in holding back, but for any of you non-vegans who are seeing this thinking it's hilarious to bash vegan stuff, I mean, think about your logic there. So there's a plant-based version of a food that doesn't require harm to animals to create, or maybe crop deaths and blah blah blah. That's going to happen no matter what, right? Like accidental deaths will happen because life feeds on life. That's just the way that it is. But obviously way fewer animals are being killed if you're not killing animals for food, right? So what's the point in bashing it? It just makes you look like an idiot. And I just love that we're in a point now, even in this small town Nova Scotia area, where it's becoming sort of, I mean, it's just so normal now. It's so frequent. You see vegan stuff and veganism so much that it's like, if you get caught kind of mocking it or something, like, I kind of hope you do feel like an idiot, because it's just pointless. It's like walking around saying racist jokes and shit. Like, it's not funny. It never was. But surely, like, in these days, it's way less acceptable and should have always been. But like, the times are changing, so just grow up. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's funny. It was a great experience. I laughed my ass off, and no fucks given. So anyway, go vegan, and if you're not vegan, then at least don't make fun of vegan shit, because you're the one that looks like an idiot at the end of the day. Mocking animal suffering isn't cool. Like, it's just, how does that make anything better? How is mocking animal suffering a cool thing, or like anything you want to be associated with or proud of or think is funny? It's just ridiculous. But all right, peace, guys. See you in the next one.